Hi everyone, good morning and welcome on Debris. So for the purpose of time and just because I do not want this video longer than expected, we will deliberate on the subject of the matter for today before we take the trends. And today we are going to be talking about the concept of decorum and insecurities in the society. The concept of decorum and insecurities in the society. First off, what makes a society is you and I. What makes a society is the people. If the society is good or bad, it's about the people. Choose to call it the government, first of all, if you decide, but then again, the government are also the people. So a society constitutes of the people. I'm not a fan of focusing so much in discussing a problem because already it's glaring clear that there's a problem on ground. We have a problem of unemployment, we have a problem of insecurity, we have a lot of problems. So I'm about the solution. What's next? Yes, there's a problem on ground. What's next? What are the possible solutions? What are the possible measures we can apply to get a solution? That is what I am concerned. Once again, do not forget, our topic for today is the concept of decorum and insecurities in the society. Let's break this down a little bit. So decorum is simply concerned with a behavior that people consider to be correct, a behavior that people consider to be polite, a behavior that people consider to be respectable, a behavior that people consider to be propriety. So in other words, it is concerned with accepted standard of morals or behavior. So meaning, as an individual, if you have a good standard of morals or behavior, you know what is good, you stick to it, you know what is bad, you avoid it, be it as a leader, a follower, in the political aspect, in church, in school, name it. If you know what is good and you know what is bad, you differentiate them, you stick to it, and you avoid which is which. That means at some point, the society is expected to have some sort of stability, right? And every form of cheating, every form of corruption, killing, deceit, and the rest of them is supposed to be erased because the people in the society have a sense of decorum. And insecurity in the society, on the other hand, is termed as the absence of order, the absence of peace, the absence of security in the society. So when a society, when there's peace in a society, when there's oneness, when there's transparency in a society, it's about the people. They want it so. And when there's chaos, when there's fights, when there's killing, kidnapping, stealing, and the rest of them in the society, it's about the people because they want it so. I'll tell you. So before looking at the government to tackle the problem of insecurity, first of all, realize that you as a person need to work on yourself. Because, trust me, nobody was born with a crown of being a governor or a president. Nobody was born with that crown. Once upon a time, there were people just like you and I. Yeah, once upon a time, there were people just like you and I before they get into power. So even as a person, before you get into power, you already know, or before you get into any form of position, you already know if you are a type that's going to be a liar, full of corruption, a deceitful kind of person, a betrayer, you already know. And then these qualities from different persons, here and there, is what makes the people conclude the government is bad. So having a sane society starts with building the right mindset. It starts with you and I building the right mindset in the society, because of course we constitute the society. If it's bad, it's about us. If it's good, it's about us. So to have a sane society, it's about you and I, individuals, building the right mindset. Because I, for one, I feel if you as a person is disciplined, if you as a person has this standard of morals and behavior, you are able to maintain it, you stay disciplined regardless whose house is gone. I do not think it's easy for you to get to a particular position and people will be able to mess around with you, mess around, manipulate you to change and become something you are not. So for instance, now, of course, December is around the corner and People from the diaspora, people within are going to be traveling. And as it stands, most persons are already scared. They are still contemplating whether to travel because of the idea of insecurities, kidnapping, and the rest of them. People are scared. And guess what? This attitude, all this stealing, criminal activities, killing, kidnapping, all this attitude, all these characters, all these things are perpetrated, are carried out from human beings like you and I. Fine, most times people make excuses to be hardship. Most times people make excuses to be influenced. Most times people make excuses to be peer pressure. Most times people just make excuses for such character. But the truth is, I for one believe if someone grows with the right mindset, develop a right mindset, build the tricks to grow a right mindset, there are certain things a particular individual will not do, regardless of what the situation is. So it is important as an individual to learn to build the right mindset, and the society will keep being a mess, and most times our loved ones will end up being the sacrificial lamb. Therefore, when it comes to tackling insecurity in the society, two things are involved. Firstly, building the right mindset as an individual, which is you that stays in a society. And secondly, looking forward to a body called the government to devise measures to curb insecurity in the society. And so this takes us down to, listing the tips that will help you grow or develop a positive mindset. And for the purpose of time, I might not be able to dissect them one after the other, but if you find this episode helpful, you can DM me and we'll talk. So I'm going to give you 10 solid tips now to develop a positive mindset, now to grow a positive mindset. And I will give you 10 solid tricks on how to build a positive mindset. So to develop positive growth mindsets, I like to say, allow yourself to dream. Yes, allow yourself to dream. It is part of your creative self. Do not put any form of limitations to that. No, not at all. Acknowledge another, I like to say, acknowledge and embrace your imperfections at any time. Acknowledge and embrace your imperfections. Try to do one new thing as each day comes. You see, each new day, try to do one new thing. Try to be creative. Try to think of something new. Try to do one new thing every day. Do not look down on your capabilities. Another thing is, learn to be your own cheerleader. Nobody will do it perfectly for you. Everyone is going through something somehow. Everyone is facing challenges somehow. Be your own cheerleader. Encourage yourself as much as you can. Boost your energy as much as you can. Cheer up yourself. Be your own cheerleader. Another is trying to engage with new people. Try to network. Try to engage with new people. Try to build new positive contacts. Try to build contacts with people that add to your growth, with people that encourages you. Engage with new people. As a business person, you don't just limit yourself to the people around you, to your little circle. Else, how are you even going to make the sales? You are opening business to make money. You're not opening business to sell to one particular person. So you need to learn how to engage with people. Let people know you for what you do. Engage with new people. Try to create and build network. Another thing is, have faith in your own ability. You have to have faith in your own ability and emphasize on growth over speed. I'm not saying do not try to put in applying a new speed just so you achieve something, but growth is longevity. It will sustain you than speed. So emphasize on growth over speed. Another is try to focus on the experience, not the end result. You get? Try to focus on the experience and not the end result. Take ownership over your attitude. So those are the 10 solid tips. I guarantee you that if you consider them, if you put them into practice, I can guarantee you that your growth when it comes to building positive mindset will be authentic. Having talked about the tips, right? I want to tell you some few tricks that can still help you develop a great mindset. And first on my list is learning how to, use positive words when talking to yourself. You can't be telling yourself, I can't. I can is the password, not I can't. You can. Learn to talk positive to yourself. It's a trick. Do not look down on you. It's a trick. Talk positively to yourself. Tell yourself you can. Delete all the negativities. Delete all the I can't from your mind, from your head, from your thoughts. Tell yourself positive things. Another thing is try to push out that feeling that is not a positive one. Try to sieve them out. Try to push them out. Those things that keeps building that negative energy around you, try to push them out. Another one is try to always use words that evokes success and strength. Try to use words that evokes success and strength. Try to use positive affirmation. Use positive affirmation, direct your thoughts, and be in control of it. When you can redirect your thoughts from the negative to the positive, do not be unstable about it. I do not know if that's the right word. Do not be unstable about it when you're able to redirect your thoughts from negativity to positive. Do not be unstable. You do not be indecisive, rather. Try to be in control of it. Another thing is analyze what went wrong. Because you must have made mistakes in the past. Analyze what went wrong and give yourself time to think. I keep on telling people, do not live life with the flow. Give yourself time to think, to meditate, to understand. What do you made mistakes? Yes, it's fine. What's next? How do I move on? What do I do? Give yourself some time to think. Another thing is always believe you will succeed, because trust me, there's nothing like believing in yourself. Nobody's going to believe in you better than you do. Another is try to give yourself credits once in a while. Give yourself that credit, because it is not even easy to push yourself to continue in economy like now. So give yourself credit once in a while. The thing is forgive yourself enough and move on from the past. Then always learn from the past. Do not repeat same mistakes. If you keep on repeating same mistakes, that means you're not learning. If you keep on repeating same mistakes, that means you're not ready to grow. When you make mistakes, it's okay. Learn from it, move past from it. Do not dwell on it. Forgive yourself, move past on it. Learn from it. Let it not be a recurring thing. So these are the simple tricks I can encourage you to put into consideration just to develop a positive mindset in the society, to enhance or to see a society a better one. So without taking much of your time, let's look at the governmental aspect of this episode. Let's talk more a little about the governmental aspect of this episode. There are so many causes of insecurities in the society, ranging from terrorism, violence, armed banditry, extremism, and lots of them. And all of these issues, all of these problems has its own consequences in the society. Consequences like economic consequences, environmental consequences, educational consequences, name it. But then again, there are always solutions, there are always measures, there are always things we feel that the government can do or put into consideration or even improve better just to curb insecurity even to a greater extent. And one of those is job employment. Create job opportunities. The more you create job opportunities, the more people get busy, the more they earn a living, And I do not think any reasonable person with a good, right, positive mindset will have something to do and be thinking of robbery, or be thinking of doing all sort of manner of things. Another thing is empowerment. Governments empowering people. First of all, I like to say the grace is concerned with the absolute survival of people in the society, which empowerment is part of this vision. So if government create job opportunities as much as possible and empower the youths, insecurities can be curbed to a certain or to a greater extent. Another thing we feel the government should put into consideration is improving border security. Improving border security and strengthening criminal justice system. Another thing I feel they should consider is improving policing, because a lot of them are way too corrupt. Certain measures should be put in place to improve policy. Another measure is effective controlling of small arms and light weapons. A lot of people go around with weapons, go around with all these guns and the rest of them. Effective controlling of that should be put into consideration. And another measure I like to say government should put into consideration is ensuring effective national security culture. So I'll encourage each and every one of us to try. And it's the mindset of most persons are really messed up because of the economy system and the rest of them. But try to learn to develop a positive growth mindset while we look forward to the government to do their part. So that will be all for the concept of decorum and insecurities in the society. We take a short break. When we come back, we take the trends. Don't go anywhere. So on Monday, the PDP's Taraba Governor Darius Ishaku topped the chart of trends as EFCC arrested him over 27 billion naira embezzlement. And on Tuesday, the Falana topped the chart of trends because the son, Femi Falana, has finally addressed the Bobrisky and Very Dark Man issue. He rejected VDM's apology instead of court, VDM replied. And on Wednesday, Lord's chosen GO topped the chart of trends as he responded to Very Dark Man's comments after seeing his video. As he arrived House of Reps, he concluded that it is VDM that will learn the hard way. Then on Thursday, EFCC topped the chart of trends as they explained that Idris Okunye Bobrisky money laundering charges were legally dropped after successful investigation. Then on Friday, Mr. Bayo topped the chart of trends because of his final comments on the Puma and Wiz/Davido saga. The veteran sport investor said Wizkid's effort in fighting for African artists' rights can't be denied, and it's understandable for him to reject Puma if he feels he deserves more. And so on Saturday, the early hours of this morning, Nigeria's 2023 Digital Bank of the Year, Zenith Bank, announces another completion of service upgrade. So that will be all for the trends. We call it a wrap at this point. See you next time, same platform. My name is Eddie Inaji, signing out.